Sports make a major contribution towards promoting and educating children and young people. It teaches them about fairness and tolerance, boosts their self-esteem and self-confidence, and also teaches them responsibility. Recognizing this, the government of Guyana has been promoting sports for development. The administration have been partnering with private entities to provide more sporting opportunities for our youths. This week in Guyana 411, we spotlight how the collaborations are promoting community-based sporting events, which are helping to unlock the talents, skills, and organizational abilities of our youths. Thank you for staying with us. I am Delon Sanko. The Digicel Nationwide School Under 18 Football Championship is an annual football contest. Over the years, Digicel have been giving schools the opportunity to compete for $1 million, a project of their choice, trophies, and of course, bragging rights for an entire year.
The telecommunications giant kicked off the countrywide tournament in 2011 with the aim of uniting communities across Guyana, developing youths, and providing a platform for them to excel as athletes during their student life. Now in its 7th year, the tournament is closer to realizing this goal. The competition has been particularly successful in showcasing the natural talent and passion for the game among students in the hinterland, remote areas of Guyana. This year alone, over 160 schools participated in the tournament, and while Chase Academy retained the championship for a second consecutive year, it was the hinterland schools that placed second and third. Chase Academy successfully defended its title against first-time finalist Anai Secondary, who conceded 3 goals early in the match. In the end, Chase bagged the cup with a 6-2 win. Jeremy Garrett, Chase Academy captain, said he is proud of his team's performance.
It's a great victory, not only for me but for the school. Most of the players, this is their last Digicel, and it was an honor to represent well again for Chase Academy. The victory was overwhelmed. We're thankful, and we're going back to the drawing board and heading into the national teams in this off-season and hope to produce better.
Despite being edged out of the top prize, Anais Secondary's Cheryl Daniels caught the most valuable player, and Nidison Daniel was adjudged the Golden Boot prize for scoring a total of 11 goals in the tournament. Captain Neston Brown said the teams did a good job.
We come with one spirit to win this thing, but because the first time we was in the finals, and this is the last year for me, and I was hoping to win it, and we didn't make it. I don't know what happened to our team. We just quit at the end. Couldn't do nothing else because 3-4 goals hard to get back. Can't come back like that. So just had to play our easy game, and that was it.
In the battle for third place, Warramadang Secondary School defeated their arch rivals, Christiansburg-Wismer Secondary School, 3-1. This was the first time the team had defeated the Christiansburg-Wismer Secondary School, having competed against on several occasions. Warramadang captain McFarlane George said that despite placing third, the team was satisfied with their performance.
For the third place, we still didn't give up because for the past 6 years, Christiansburg have been beating us then, like in semi-finals and finals. But now we have to make up our mind to defeat them this year.
Among those who cheered the teams on were a very proud Vice President and Minister of Indigenous Peoples Affairs, Sidney Alicock, and an enthusiastic Minister within the Ministry of Communities, Dawn Hastings Williams. Minister Alicock lauded the competitiveness during the games. He especially voiced his pleasure on the continued improvement of the hinterland teams.
This exercise, the exposure here is what is needed to gain experience, and I'm hoping that the selectors for games in the future would consider the hinterland players, because I think we have quality players who could make Guyana proud, and not only the regions, but I'm looking at the nation as such. And we have seen over the years the growing quality of the games, and I just hope that we would be able to help these youths and more would get on board to be able to ensure that we have these quality players going the extra mile to represent us.
Minister Hastings Williams was entertained by the performances.
I must say I was entertained, and as well as the crowd was entertained to a very good competitive football, and I'm proud as a minister within the Ministry of Communities coming from the hinterland, and I must thank Digicel for granting them this opportunity whereby schools in the hinterland can participate. And I also want to put in a word for the females, because we have females in the hinterland schools that have potential to play good football. So I'll be very happy if somebody can step up to sponsor female football. And I also witness on the 13 football, and I think it's very important if we can start sponsoring football from tender age. I know Courts has been doing something with the Pee-wee football. I'll be very, very happy if an organization like Digicel can come up, to sponsor under 13 football, both males and females. And then we can really see football, taking another step, another standard if we start with the young ones, the very young ones. But I was entertained, and I'm very proud of the hinterland teams that participated this evening.
Digicel's CEO, George Dean, expressed his pride and passion for the tournament, which has grown into a household name.
As we keep doing the tournament, going to all the schools, I think if the schools could keep producing whether it's 2-3 players every year, I think it's good. But of course the big question is always how do you sustain it and how do you develop those players over time. So I think if we can get to the point where we're identifying those players and putting them in some kind of program and developing them over time, I think then that's going to go well for Guyana.
Digicel's steadfast commitment to the development of sports in Guyana has made it the only corporate entity to have single-handedly planned and executed what is the largest countrywide youth sports tournament throughout the 10 administrative regions of Guyana.
For 20 years, the Upper Mazaruni District Sports Council have been hosting the significant Upper Mazaruni District Games. The annual sporting event gave youths from a number of neighboring Upper Mazaruni villages an opportunity to showcase their athletic skills and be involved in something that is uniquely theirs.
The games attract athletes and spectators alike to the Camarang Sports Ground for a week of thrilling activities. Athletes Abel Anthon and Sandro Edmond say their teams look forward to the event every year.
I'm excited with the team from Chinapa taking participation in this tournament. So I'm very happy to know that they will be here for the first time and they will see activities, how the sports is really be. Because in their district, there is no kind of program like this.
My club has been up there every competition. It's like looking forward to playing the finals every time for us, and we've been there. So it comes with hard work and vigorous training.
This year's games were held from August 6 to 13 under the theme, "In the Spirit of Unity, we claim victory." Anthon and Edmond are among the over 500 females and males from the 12 villages that participated this year. The athletes hail from Parima, Waramadong, Camarang, Kako, Jawala, Philippi, Embamadai, Chinawing, Quibanang, Kaikan, Arao, and for the first time ever, Chinapao from Putaro Siparuni, Region 8, and San Juan from neighboring Venezuela. The Upper Mazaruni District Games were officially declared open by President David Granger.
These games are pointing Guyana in the right direction. These games are an excellent example of what I believe in, that sport is not for the elite, sport is for the people. The Upper Mazaruni District Council is able to bring people from all of these villages, and we are proud to support the Upper Mazaruni District Council. We are proud to support the individual villages and communities. The government is formulating a national sports policy, and that policy will help to ensure that the people of not only the Upper Mazaruni, but of all of Guyana could bring their talents to bear, to improve their lives and to improve the quality of life of the whole country. We want to see in this national sports policy every region doing what the Upper Mazaruni region is doing here.
The head of state commended the Upper Mazaruni District Council and committed the administration's continued support for the annual sporting event. Also present at the opening were Minister of Education Acting Nicolette Henry and Minister within the Ministry of Communities Dawn Hastings Williams. Minister Henry reiterated government's commitment towards the development of Guyanese youths through sport.
We believe that through sport, a lot of our young people can benefit from very valuable qualities, such as team spirit, such as healthy competition.
The Education Minister presented checks valued $500,000 each to 5 hinterland communities. The monies will go towards the maintenance of sport grounds for Kaikan, Chinawing, Philippi, Kako, and Ruramadong villages. Minister Hastings Williams also sees the Games as having the capacity to propel tourism development in the Upper Mazaruni. She encouraged the organizers to continue expanding the Games.
If we continue to expand and to make our activities bigger and attractive, and if the two shows and the councillors can take into their hands, to have comfortable places, nice little guest houses where people can come to stay, be comfortable, tourism can be attained through sports in the Upper Mazaruni.
Prior to 2000, only football was played at the Upper Mazaruni District Games. However, more games and activities have been added to the week-long event, such as swimming, athletics, archery, cricket, and table tennis.
Another sporting event stretching a significant 2 decades is the Deep South August Games in Rupununi, Region 9, where thousands of people from several villages come together to compete in various traditional and sporting events.
This most anticipated 20-year event is usually held between teams from 8 communities. This year, 9 districts participated: Arawanao, Marawanao, Shia, Aishalton, Crowdarnao, Parabara, Masakanari, Ichuweb, and Gun Strip. Every year, the games are hosted by one of the participating villages. This year, it was the Arawanao community's turn, which is located some 7 hours overland from Letem. However, some athletes and spectators had to endure 3 days of rough travel by boat and overland to arrive at their destination. While some persons camped out at the venue, others chose to travel back and forth daily. Thomas Perry tells us about his journey.
I come in and support my village 10 miles from here. I'm from Morono, and I just go back like after football, after 8 o'clock na, or 10 o'clock, depends when they finish. And in the morning I just come back again with my family to enjoy myself here.
Tushao of Awarnao, Genevieve Thomas, said that the games are held to bring unity among the people.
As a newly elected Tushao, I was new to this. But after meeting with other Tushaos, I would say I was tasked to carry on this August Games, not knowing really what it was all about. But after meeting, as I said, I knew what it was about. It was to promote unity through culture and sports. It's good. It brings people together. I mean, we in the Deep South are the only villages that is doing this activity.
Cricket, football, and volleyball were the team sports. There were also archery with traditional arrows and bows, cotton spinning, basket weaving, cassava grating, and curry drinking. Both male and female compete in all of the activities. Each game and round of competition is played with zest and friendly competitive aggression. Madonna Perry of Marawanao, representing her village on the female football team, declared every game she plays is very entertaining.
I enjoyed it because I played for my village and it was really enjoyable. It was really a friendly game against Aishalton.
One of the game's coordinator and a representative of Aishalton, Patrick De Silva, said that the level of competition has risen significantly from previous years.
Since they have started, the level of cricket, football, and volleyball has risen in all the villages because there's a high competitive games, highly competitive. So the level of these games have risen in the villages.
Similar sentiments were expressed by Perry, who said that the games have improved significantly this year.
To me, it is more it is more better than before now because of the lights in the night we play. This is the first time it happened in our villages like this here now. It is a little strange though to watch the game in the night.
Aside from the athletes and spectators, the game also attracted traders from as far as Berbice Region 6 and Essequibo Coast Region 2. Harbaranan Sukraj from the Essequibo Coast has been attending the event for the past 9 years.
Well, I came to rodeo one time. Then I come with another friend on business in Latin. And they had a, what you call it, heritage. So we do a little sale by the Benab and myself, I decided to buy a truck.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I had the goods now. I had the goods, so let the stocks. I decided to come in. But it was good all the time I come in. But just the road, and I cope with the road because I know the system. I know the equipment for the road. I know the trail good. You know, I know what the trail needs.
This is Totoram Gunpat's first time attending the games. He comes all the way from Berbice.
I heard about it in Latin. And by tell me, and my mom bring me up here. They drive, and they come here in front of me, and I come here behind.
Gunpat said that out of all the competitions, he really enjoyed the volleyball games. He was also keen to point out that he will be returning for the games next year. Aside from sporting events, the games features a number of cultural activities, dancing, singing, and even a pageant.
The biggest party in sports in the region is the Caribbean Premier League. This is the most anticipated cricket tournament in Guyana and the Caribbean.
The Caribbean Premier League, or CPL, is an annual 2020 cricket tournament held in the region. The T20 tournament was created to replace the regional T20 competition organized by the West Indies Cricket Board. This year marks the 5th season of the CPL. The games were bowled off on August 5th with a total of 6 teams: Jamaica Talawas, Guyana Amazon Warriors, Barbados Tridents, St. Lucia Stars, Trinbago Knight Riders, and St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots competing. The tournament is part of a process of providing opportunity for the development of professional cricket in the region. Kimo Paul, the youngest player in the Guyana Amazon Warriors team, is also a member of the West Indies Under-19 squad, says that it is a tremendous experience playing with some of cricket greats.
It's been a great experience for me, getting exposure and playing alongside international players. It's been fantastic, so I'm just trying to gain as much knowledge as possible and just grouping with the guys and just have a wonderful CPL, yeah.
What is your conversation like with the players that are experienced now? You're trying to, as you mentioned, you're trying to gain a lot of exposure, a lot of information. What is the conversation like?
Well, I mean, it's just fun talking to these guys, They share a lot of experience that they have with you. So, I mean, just trying to pick their brains, get to know as much as I can know from this tournament. And I mean, it's just a regular conversation, we talk, we have fun, we chat about stuff. So, yeah, it's great, man.
In addition to developing the talents of the already established cricketers, CPL, as one of its aims, the birth of a new generation of professional cricketers. This is being facilitated through local cricket seminars for both boys and girls who are taught the fundamentals of the game to improve and hone their skills whilst learning from the best in the sport. This year, CPL announced a partnership with Digicel, an inaugural Digicel CPL Youth Program. This program will see over 200 young aspiring cricketers across the region being trained by their local CPL franchise players and coaches. The Two-Faced initiative, which consists of the Big Brother program and the Take It to the Streets, allows both Digicel and the CPL to give back and nurture aspiring young talent from across the participating CPL tournament markets. The CPL has reinvigorated renewed interest in T20. This is evident by the sold-out crowds at venues throughout the region. The Guyana leg of the games, from August 17th to the 22nd, are currently on their way. Each year, the National Stadium at Providence, the home ground of the Guyana Amazon Warriors, attracts humongous crowds. Thousands flock to the venue to enjoy the games and see their local and foreign favorite cricketers in action.
My favorite player is Mr. Jacobs. I think he's an outstanding Guyanese player. He's been doing so well in the tournament so far. He's been consistent in his bowling, and I think this is his tournament and this is his year to shine. And we can just see him moving on from there, probably the IPL, wherever. But I think Ridley Jacobs is the man for the Amazon Warrior this time around.
What does cricket mean to you? Whenever there's cricket at the stadium, there is this unity, there is this excitement. People from near and far of the country just come and unite. Color of skin doesn't matter, texture of hair. What does this mean to you, cricket?
I think cricket in Guyana is a new religion, and it's the biggest religion we have here in Guyana, because whenever there's cricket, we don't see anything else other than cricket. We're all one, we all come out and support. Win, lose or draw, we are here to have fun and enjoy the game. And with a crowd like this, Guyana, the Amazon Warriors will always do good.
Jason is my friend, and Jason Mohammed has displayed quality, patience, tenacity in the sport. So I think Jason is my favorite in this season.
With these tournaments, it is not only the sold-out stadiums that warrant the prestige, but it is an opportunity to showcase the country on the global market, since television viewership usually spans each continent. With millions of eyes on Guyana during the CPL T20 games, this will also boost Guyana's tourism. According to CPL analysis, overall visitor spending for 2016 was $2.3 million, and there was significant gains from the Guyana Tourism Authority. Indranath Harold Singh, director of GTA, said government and the GTA is aiming to have the same results this year.
Cricket is the major passion and, if I must say, unifying event in Guyana. It brings all of us together in a pavilion or a stand, and it, depending on the performance of the West Indies, whether we win or lose. And in this case, in terms of the Warriors, Amazon Warriors performance, Guyanese will get together and talk about it for days, and again, whether we win or lose. But we are all going out there to support our Guyana team, and with the hope and optimism that Guyana will bring home the trophy this time, and that we can be the champions of this regional tournament.
Whilst in Guyana, numerous FAM trips were organized to allow CPL officials, players, and even tourists to experience Guyana's beauty. The CPL Media FAM trip saw the crew flying and traveling around the country, filming and putting together short clips to be aired before, during, and after the games.
One of the things we do, first off, is to organize a FAM trip for the media people covering the broadcast in Guyana. Each day out of the national stadium, there is a dedicated about 3 minutes on the destination, on the venue that is hosting the matches. This reaches a very wide audience, not only in the Caribbean and the United States and the UK, but worldwide. And so Guyana is promoted, the destination is promoted, and they learn more about kiteshore. So this time we want to take them to kiteshore, show them some of the key sites and attractions in Georgetown and the Essequibo River. So they get to see many of our Dutch heritage sites, the new resorts, some of the many of the islands in the Essequibo. They get to see and through the television and learn a little bit more about who we are as a people. And the hospitality, the warmth, and the friendliness, and the passion we have for cricket is all conveyed. During the course of the cricket broadcast, usually they will be highlighting important attractions. Sometimes when you're in the stadium, you will see on the television replay screens, you'll see kiteshore, or you'll see an important heritage building, or you'll see Guyanese people. Matter of fact, during the entire game, there is always cameras in the various stands, the roving cameras that will cover and show how Guyanese are enjoying this game. The Guyana Tourism Authority has also been placing ads in the newspapers in New York and Canada, encouraging the diaspora and others to come home to watch the cricket matches.
Here are some of the places that tourists can visit while in Guyana during the exciting cricket tournament.
I know there will be a lot of visitors. It is an important tourism event as well. It is good for many of our hotels, for our taxi drivers, for our businesses, for our restaurants, for nightlife, for almost everything, because people come for the cricket and they go on tours of Kiteshore, the city. They go to the Essequibo River so they can visit from Huracabra, the major Dutch heritage, from the windmill in Hog Island to Fort Island, to Kaikovaral, to Bartica, to the ROI Resort, to Baganara, Sloat Island, you name it. They also go to Arrow Point down the Demerara River. Many of them do city tours. Many of them do, if they are bird watchers, they go on bird watching tours. So this is a very good time for Guyana. It's also peak season when we have most of our diaspora home. School is out here in Guyana and elsewhere, and so it's a key time for Guyanese especially. We also have many other international visitors who come to Guyana during this time, and so the fact that we have cricket, it is one way for them to come and see and really experience our passion for the sport and the game, and also see us as hospitable people and how we operate in Guyana.
During the tournament, a number of jobs are usually created. According to CPL for 2016 Guyana League, CPL T20 in Guyana created 349 local jobs and filled 2,295 hotel rooms at nights.
Government believe that sports can be an important tool for social development, bridging gaps, and bringing together people of all backgrounds. The National Youth Policy was adopted in the National Assembly on October 13, 2016. This policy is a comprehensive roadmap that lays out government's plans for youths across Guyana. It aims to employ sports to harness the personal, social, and economic development of the country's people.